German sips with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. And he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Alas, Mud fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see. It's about what fun could be. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann.
You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day. Oh, whoa, and throw a flag on the play.
Okay, I want to know why you colors are spamming my chat with nonsense. I'm not going to highlight it because I don't want to get struck by YouTube for you spelling out those words. I told you that word is anathema here. If it's not you flipping tables colors, it's you typing up horrendous words. I'm not showing it, but you guys can check and see what she's doing because she's mad that I have her on the ban zone, and I put her on the ban zone for a reason. But unlike colors, my good friend Massive Panda, who's always here with his professional tie on. He says, Flip City Magazine has some cool stuff in it. Based on what I've seen online, looking forward to the discussion tonight. Yeah, she's going to be joining us at 8. I started this from early because you know how I do my usual banter, trying to keep the chat in check with their racist spears thrown at me. And then doing a quick little intro for our spotlight tonight on Bill Griffith, who was one of the artists in the underground comics movement, another artist in that movement. And that he was actually chosen by our guest, Kitty Filips. who will come on in 10 minutes. So I started the stream early to do our usual banter because she'll be here for a little bit. She won't be here for the whole stream. She'll be here for about an hour. Then she has to head over to her channel for her stream tonight. So we'll be doing it. She'll be doing that. So I figured I will start early. Sci-Fi's life is you're doing the same thing too, Sci-Fi. I had high hopes for you. I had such high hopes for you. But now, this is my only warning to you, Sci-Fi. If you want to be in the band zone with Colors and Gee and the rest of them, don't type in racist, hateful words because you'll be put in the band zone real fast. Quantum Age Comics says, "Hail Zippy Heads." Yes, Zippy, Zippy the Pinhead is Griffith's one of Griffith's main inaugural characters. Not inaugural, his flagship character, who came after Mr. the Toad. We'll talk about that in the stream. So, aha, aha, Colors, aha. The joke was funny the first time, but after the 55th time, it stopped being funny, Colors. We have Hen in the chat, and shout out to Hen. My heart goes out to Hen. I don't know if he caught her stream earlier today, but Fanta is in the hospital, and from what Hen has said, it doesn't sound good. So keep Fanta in your prayers. Keep Hen in your prayers, because I could tell that it bothers her a lot. Her and Fanta are good friends, and no one wants to see your friend or someone that you hold dear suffering. So keep Hen and Fanta in your prayers, specifically Fanta. She goes through whatever she's going through, and wish for the best. Why? Well, see, I'll get behind that, KSS. At least you have that. There's nothing offensive about YA, so I will give you that. Oh no, see, there you go. See, of course, because you can't stop not getting attention ever. You can never stop getting attention, Colors, ever. It's always the same crap with you. Every time, Colors. Every time. I can't have a good stream without you being violent and attention seeking. Every time. I'm in Prime with the Fact Circle. Commutata. Oh, that's cool. I might borrow that. So, but people in the chat saying hi to each other. What's up? Shaking hands, slapping butts. The usual. Let's see. Oh, here's Helmut, or the Mood of Hell, as I call him. I'm just here for the helmet. Okay, Mood of Hell. There is no Pog talk here. I told you that. Pog talk is anathema in this stream. Okay, this is for comic book fans and for adults, not for Pog lovers. We're talking about comic books and funny pictures here. And I told you, just because I play a song about Pogs doesn't mean I endorse Pogs. I'm actually anti-Pog. You know this. I'm anti-Pogist. I'm an anti-Pogamist, and I'm proud of it. Okay, let me just highlight this from our friend Hen. She says she's not good, Carol, and she's been diagnosed with CPOD. Oh, that's rough, and is on oxygen. She's however coherent now, which is something positive. Not to bring the stream down a bit, but yeah, I know when I saw my wife when she went on the oxygen, my instinct told me what was next. So like I say, folks, keep Fanta in your prayers, keep her in your thoughts, and wish her for the best. Okay, says Alaza, what movie we're watching for Monday, or do you expect me to predict it? I'm going to pick a movie either tomorrow. By tomorrow, I'll have a movie picked, and I'll make the announcement on my Discord. And if you're not on my Discord because you're too lazy to download it on your phone, or too lazy to type it in your browser, because you can't have Discord on your browser, on your computer, on your PC or laptop. It is possible, KSS. You can do that. But in case you can't do that, I'll put the announcement on my X or Twitter, or whatever you call it these days. So I'm a pogamist, Helmut. Get it right. I'm a pogamist. I'm an anti-pogamist. Get it right. Wait. Did you see what I did with that picture you made alive? Oh, I did. I can't wait to see Raptor use it. Henry Beeman says, "Hey, last night, you realize featuring a cartoonist who created Zippy the Pin is going to unleash the peanut head jokes. What were you? Henry, I'm sorry, Henry. Okay. Listen, Henry. I can't police people in the community. I can't do that. Okay, but Bill Griffith existed. He created a character called Zippy, and for my guest tonight, she had a list of a list of creators from the underground movement that she said she was a fan of, and Bill Griffith was one of them. And I looked at the Bill Griffith and I said, "Oh yeah, between Zippy and Mr. the Toad, it's going to be an interesting conversation." So I said, "I'll go with Mr. Bill Griffith." I can't help the fact that he created a character that for some of you racists out there think it's a representation of me. It's not a representation of me. I'm a human being. Zippy was not. So there's that. So there you go. There you go. Yes, Carol Colors. There is a problem with Twitter DMs right now because I had to email my guest the link because we were unable to communicate via DM. So I had to email her the link, and she did confirm receiving it. So she is still coming on. But yes, there is a DM issue with X right now. So if you're not able to see your DMs, it's not you. It's the entire globe. So there's that. So find other ways to communicate with your contacts, whether it's email or other social media means. That has not been DDoSed tonight. I'm just looking out for me. Oh, okay, well, Henry, how about this? How about I am bred in the war by the racists against their spears. I'm bred. So once they chuck their spears, I'm prepared to dodge every single one of them with love and tolerance. With love and tolerance. Colin's here, the creator of Emerald Man. He says, "Hello, Mike." Oh, Colin. See, I'm not gonna read those words because A, it's not super chatted, and B, I'm gonna get struck if you have me read those words. And I know what you're trying to do. It's not gonna work. KSS is saying this. I can't get into the Discord through my browser. It keeps saying I have to download the. Okay, that's nonsense because I can get it to my browser. And I'm not on X. I see how this is because I'm heterosexual. You know what? Flip you. Okay? Discord.com works. It works. And if you're heterosexual, you wouldn't be complaining about not typing a website in your browser URL. So there's that. There's that. And says her ex DMs were messing earlier, but they're working now. They were messing up with my phone, but I was able to access it on my browser. So I don't know if it's just an issue with the mobile app or what. But let me see. Let me try going on my phone again because I wasn't able to do it to my phone before. Let's see. Yeah, it's an issue with the mobile because I can access it through my browser on my laptop, but not on my phone. So there you go. Let's see here. Okay, I think we're caught up on the chat. Let me play another intro while my guest comes in. And until then, after the intro's up, we will go ahead and go into our discussion about Bill Griffith. Here we go.
Deep in the inky gray, dark as the night, there among forgotten pencils, a duck takes flight. Alice not the history duck tells us forgotten tales about creators long lost in a cabinet frail. He's been putting in a mile of research. He quacked up every flock perch. This Irishman aggressively knows his stuff. He's here to share the truth without a bluff. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panther, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Mack, duck of the Indies, Malin's favorite ethap. He knowledge of comics far off the old rap. He swims out of the lanes to find hidden bayous, strange creators, and obscure adult new. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panther, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. So hang with the quackers deep in the comic graves. See Alice Matt's treasures, the sort that he craves. Do you know about these guys and do you care? A Duck Lord is willing and he's got plenty to share. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panther, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Matt should be quack-gratulated. Do not mallard shun. He's busy peeking into the facts. Don't wig in him while he's hunting for snacks. for snacks. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Enter and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Matt to be quack gratulated. Do not mallard shun. He's busy peeking into the facts. Don't waken him while he's hunting for snacks. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Banter and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay.
I love that intro. Shout out to Berkaman for that wonderful intro. Wait, Ein says, "Oh, this is the unpaid version." Oh, wait, I gotta hit the smack the overlay button. There we go. Okay. Oh, this is the unpaid version of Suno. I can tell. What is Suno? I don't know what Suno is, and why am I getting unpaid damaged goods? Can you explain it to me? I am Prime of the Fact Circle. Explain it to me. Bring me somebody's head. Bring it to me now. Oh wait. You did like your last comment. What is your last comment? If it involves the D word colors, then I can't have you. I can't highlight it. I won't highlight it. So anyway, I am going to introduce my guest, and let me go ahead and do I have an intro for this person? I haven't uploaded any new intros. Let me see. Well, that one might block me in Russia, but fuck it, I'll live. Here we go. Welcome, Kitty Filips.
Hello, how are you?
I do have to warn Kitty, I do have to warn you, my chat can be vicious, so if they come at you, let me stand in the way so they don't hurt you with the spears, okay?
Well, I appreciate that. I've already seen how vicious they are because I've been lurking in your chat, and they're already calling us peanut heads or something.
See, they're awful. See, you didn't even come on, and they threw those names at you.
I know, exactly. I mean, at least let me be here so I, get all the glory of being paid attention to. Hey, I wanted to also introduce Scott. He is the real Mad Mind and the one that picked the Zippy book.
Hello, Alice Matt.
Scott, welcome to the chat. So we got a twofer here.
Yeah, we do.
Nice.
Yep.
So I can dominate the conversation, so feel free to cut me off because believe it or not, I don't like hearing myself, but I have to because the chat can be very demanding, and I have to keep them in check because if not, they'll run over me. So tell us a little bit quickly about yourselves and why you got into this madness known as indie comics.
Well, we are the team behind Flip City Magazine, apparently the world's only satire magazine right now. We've been running for 5 years, since the year 2000. Took off right about the same time COVID started. And as to our motivations, they are many and plentiful, I suppose. But we definitely saw an opportunity to create something that nobody was doing at the time, a comic satire magazine in the classic American comic satire tradition. And yeah, go ahead.
I saw a little bit of that Flip City 25 magazine. We're going to talk about that in a bit. But first, Iron Prime, you're in the ban circle now. Now you're banned. Chat, he's banned. So if he talks, don't reply to him. Don't highlight him. How dare you insult my guest with that Iron Prime of the fact circle? What's wrong with you? I'm sorry he did that, guys. It's not right. It's not representative for me. I'm professional. And then you got Carol the Violence. Carol, these are my esteemed guests. Please, for their sake, don't flip tables. Thank you. So Kitty picked she didn't pick, but she listed a few creators that influenced her from the underground movement, and she picked Bill Griffith. So talk to me a little bit about what influenced you about Bill Griffith.
Well, Al, I don't pretend to be any expert on Bill Griffith, but I think he did have a lot to do with my choices in life. So Bill Griffith created Zippy the Pinhead back around, it was probably the late 60s, in about 1970. And my first introduction to Zippy was in the pages of the San Diego Tribune on the comic sheets, and that must have been around 1986 because that's when Zippy the Pinhead started syndicating in the daily papers. And if you ever read the San Diego Tribune, they would print a lot of it on a pale green newsprint, which was very unusual. Neither here nor there, though, but they'd start running that daily, and I'd read it there and moved on to, looking at some of his books. Like I've got, we don't have a camera, but I've got right now, Are We Having Fun Yet? This was a 1986 collection of Zippy the Pinhead. And, it really was the shining star of the comics page then because, most of the funnies are tee-hee, ha-ha, really not that engaging. But Zippy the Pinhead was cerebral and weird and inspired and creative, and it was just a big turn on to me.
Now, before Zippy, his first inaugural character was Mr. the Toad.
Right.
And he started doing that in a 2-issue comic magazine called Real Pulp. The last only 2 issues. Let me get the pictures for that. But Real Pulp is where he first introduced I'm sorry. He introduced Zippy the Pinhead in Real Pulp. But before that, he was doing Tales of the Toad with Mr. Toad, which was his first character, and who eventually became the antagonist for Zippy the Pinhead. But here's one of the early issues of Mr. the Toad right here. And here's another one here. Are you familiar with Mr. the Toad?
Yeah, well, Mr. Toad shows up, on occasion in Zippy. And he brought that character over. So, yeah, he's a kind of a hard character.
Shout out to Lady Shadowban in the chat. She's coughing minimal, guys, so she's changed her name back to Lady Shadowban. So she's able to talk now. Can you buy Zippy merch with Beyblades? This is why you're banned. This is why you're banned. What kind of comment is that? We're here talking about comic books, not toys. Well, not like anyway. Okay. Now I brought up Real Pulp because when I was doing research on Bill Griffith, and I saw he had created Zippy the Pinhead, and I'm jumping in a little bit because I did want to go more over with the Mr. the Toad stuff, but where is it here? So this is the magazine with which Zippy first appeared. And Pulp Comics from 1971. It lasted 2 issues, and they're still available. You can buy these, but it was here that a bunch of other characters and anthologies were written. And I did a stream 2 weeks ago in which I talked about the comic anthology, comic magazines of the underground movements. I talked about Arcade, Weirdo, Raw, other magazines, Denmark and Japan, and Mexico even, and when I was looking at the crowdfunder for Flip City 25, I'm like, wait a minute, this reminds me of that. Actually, where is the link to it? I had it open. I did not have it open. Oh, here it is. No, that's the PDF. Never mind. That's the PDF that out. The complimentary PDF. Thank you for that, by the way. That was awesome. So let me just quickly open up the Fun My Comic link. Here it is.
Great.
Flip City 25. And by the way, the link to the campaign is pinned in the chat. And she currently has 12 backers at 430 at 22% of a goal, and this is like a Mad Magazine style. So quickly, just give us a rundown of this.
Sure. Well, like Scott was saying when we first started, we've been doing this since 2020, and this is our 25th edition. And we had 64 full color pages. We've got a regular format with a lead parody opening up the magazine. And our lead parody on this one is Simperman. And we're taking the shit out of all Marvel, DC, and episodic television because we've got 3 different parodies.
Hold that for a second.
Yeah.
Speaking of shit, because I see him in the chat. Just to warn you guys, Jabba will pretend to be professional, but he's not. He's one of the biggest harassers in my chat. He sent me a British day letter. This guy.
This seems like a very scary place to be.
It's loving and tolerant and open. You guys are safe here. I'm just letting you know who the troublemakers are.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead.
They don't shit in the Thames now, do they?
They might, but it's okay. I have insurance. You're good.
It might have started.
Ooh, Simberman. Let's look at Simberman here.
Yeah, we got so we're kind of taking on the superheroes in this issue. We've got Superman, we've got Fantastic Four, we got a parody of The Bear, the new show, The Kitchen, show about the
Nice.
chef.
Okay, so
as well as lots of other stuff.
oh yeah, I'm sharing the wrong
Yeah.
tab. Here we go. There we go. Superman. There we go. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
this
basically,
is the work of
parody-
our. Yeah, it's a nice long Superman parody.
Yeah, I think how many pages was that one?
That is a 12-page parody. We're really kind of opening it up and going longer than the old school parodies used to go, because I think that they play better, and you can tell a longer story than you can cram in a few jokes to 4 or 5 things. I find more
I like longer
opportunities in it.
I like longer stories.
Yeah. So we got our lead artist, the great Ben Sullivan, does our lead parodies, and he's just off the hook, and it's the best illustration. So we
So
got
I
the
have to
Superman.
I have to highlight Mango Bancroft's comments, because when I tell people that I am legit and I'm a legit influencer now, I just show them this. See, I have Mango Bancroft in my chat, so that's how I'm influential now. I'm important. I really am.
Yeah, that's some hitting heavy over there.
I have to. I've taken the darts over the years, and then they graduate to spears. So now I'm becoming a culture warrior. So I have to. KSS says I have a parody comic strip about a list report. You know what, KSS? You're banned too now. Now you're banned. I'm not reading the rest of that.
No.
Yes. So we have 12 backers. Let's see if we can get some more backers. Let's see if you guys come to my Thursday streams. I talk about this stuff. This is some nice. I like the style of artwork you're using. You're using a lot of experimental art styles. You're not like boxed in. So
no, that is something that we're really happy that we're publishing this style of magazine. Is we're definitely not boxed into any one style. If there's something somebody submits that we love, we're probably going to publish it.
Yeah,
is that the Cleveland Indian mascot?
Yeah.
In this piece, yes. That's
oh my god, I missed you so much. Where have you been? Oh, I know you've been kicked away because of the woke culture. Welcome back, Redskin Indian. Welcome back.
Well, we happily put that stuff on our pages.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
guys.
basically we gather up everything that's been canceled and then use them.
So you've given them a home.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a lot of I hate to use the word, but there's a lot of diversity in the art in here, because there are 20 people contributing to any issue of Flip City between writers and illustrators. We got a whole team going here.
If it'll make you feel better, you don't have to say diversity. You can say diversita.
Diverse of what?
Diversita.
Oh.
Like Hartman would.
Well, that doesn't make me feel better.
Well, this will make you feel better. Jabba's been slandered, and I'm feeling good about that. This is good. This is community service, Jabba. God. So I'm gonna do the thing now where I go to the campaign, and we're gonna see if we got any backers. The link is pinned. Wait, before I do that, how much is a standard magazine?
You can get in for $13 for the
look
single
at that.
issue.
$13. Come on, guys.
And free shipping in the USA. Like our barrier to entry is very, very low, because we just want you to grab it and laugh and fall in love with us.
Yeah, I don't see how you're not going to like this if you're cool in any way.
$13 and free shipping. How could you not beat that? Let's see. Let me see if somebody.
Hey, look at Kitty Filips in the corner, imploring you.
There you go. See, there it is.
He holds it right in front of her rack.
They should know better. They really should.
Hey,
Master Panda says, "Yeah, I feel like a boxed-in standard style, like what you see in the typical Big Two comic, you wouldn't be fitting for this type of material."
I agree.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we are a variety magazine. Besides the parodies, we're publishing comic strips, and if you look at our campaign, we've grabbed a couple of people that have decent online platforms in Joey B. Toons and Made by Jim Bob, who publish their stuff online, but we're also grabbing the best fit of their stuff that will fit in with Flip City and republishing them in print. We also have in every issue the world's most base crossword. That alone will probably take you 5 or 6 hours to complete if you so desire to try to complete it. It's not an easy crossword. You definitely need to know cultural reference.
Sure. And we've got columns and news and opinion stuff in there, which is all it's all bullshit, by the way. It's not it's not real news or real opinions. They aren't even real columnists.
Okay, I have to issue a clarification. No jabbage, no jabbage. Only your DMs because they're evidence. There's a difference. Evidence gets published. Thank you. Sorry about that. So 64 pages. How long does it take from the time you write it out or lay it out to the time it's published? How long does it take to make an average 64 page of Flip City magazine?
Well, we have a 3-month window to do it. We've been playing catch up for a little bit, so it's about 2 months from start to finish.
KSS says, I just want to say I enjoy Flip City Mag. It's quite amusing. And I also want to say that last Matt, he's a you know what, KSS?
You're banned again.
I've given him okay, so check this out, Scott and Kitty. I've given KSS a home here. I've given him a wrench. I've given him a voice. He's been made important because I've extended my hand and my heart. And what does he do? He takes the opportunity to slander me and throw spears at me every time.
Yeah. He's like, you gave him a wrench and he turns around and bonks you with it. It's very rude, KSS. Also, happy birthday.
Oh, no. You don't. No, see, now you undermine me. You had me at everything up until happy birthday. Now I just feel like I've spoken to the wind. So.
Well, you vowed to be my protector. I did not also offer the same kindness to you.
Well, this is true, but I have to warn you, their spears are full of fire. And when they chuck them at you, it stings for life. So I don't want to wish that kind of
a whole chat full of spear chuckers. We got to get out of here.
Interesting.
Yeah. We got Bat Sauce in the chat, who sometimes lurks as a student of God, because some people say so. So hail Bat Sauce. Welcome to the chat.
What's up, Bat Sauce? I didn't know you were a student of God.
Well, that's what's been thrown out there. So I'm just repeating it because that's what the internet says.
Well, I didn't think spear chuckers was our demographic, but we'll go for it.
They're my enemies. They hate me because I'm colored, and it's not right. So, speaking of color, here's a 2 pages from Mr. the Toad. As we look at Bill Griffith's artwork here, Bill Griffith is one of the early pioneers of the underground comics movement. And actually, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but Zippy the Pinhead is still ongoing. So he's one of the few that is still, to this day, producing an ongoing comic series.
Yeah.
Speaking of ongoing, here's my girl, Georgina Floyd. And she goes, she. So.
Hey, Georgina.
Yes. So just showing some. Oh, here is a 1-page Mr. the Toad, and I specify this because Jabbage, who wants to create all kinds of terror, he called himself the author of the best 1-page comic. No, I would venture to guess that Bill Griffith made the best 1-page comic, calling Mr. Toad, and you can get a sense of Griffith's earlier art style. It looks like ink on loose leaf paper, which I like because that's based.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it's beautiful. Love his style.
I like the deep inks, and I talk about the simplicity of, or how to use effective simplicity. And some of these early pioneers in the underground comics movement were great at it. Like, I like detail, but sometimes it's how you use the detail that shows how much of a visual storyteller you are when it comes to comics.
Yeah. Copied that. It's a cool piece.
And here's a cover for another one of his Mr. Tales of the Toad.
Mm-hmm.
These are all pre-Zippy, by the way. Although this one actually does have Zippy in it, but some of these were pre-Zippy. And right here was his parody comic, the parody romance comic, Young Lust.
Yeah, right.
Which is all the rage at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny how like a lot of these creators, like they'll have like 1 or 2 flagship characters, but they had to try different types of comics or different types of genres just to see what hit for them.
Right. Yeah, that's me.
John ethnicity is also just tanned Irishman too, says Michael Bancroft. That's probably verifiable. So yeah, I have kinship with Bancroft because of that. But he manages to evade the spears. I don't. Have you not read the Captain Australia one-page story? It's very good. Captain Australia? No, actually, wait. No, actually, I think I know what that one's about. That one, no, that one is good. I like Captain Australia. So yeah. So by the way, guys, if you just tuned in, I have Kitty Phillips and Scott from Flip City Magazine. They have their crowdfund on for my comic, which is pinned in the chat. It's only $13. Let me just quickly show this. Only $13 for this, and
Yeah.
it's free shipping. Free shipping in the U.S. And you
Yeah,
get a beautiful,
64 full color pages, hours of entertainment.
and it's ready to ship, right?
No, it will be going to the printer in the next couple of weeks. So
Oh, there you go. So it's basically more or less ready to ship. It just you don't gotta wait even months for this. It's ready to go. So
Right.
you get an instant comic.
well, and that's also why we have the catch-up tiers in there as well, is those are ready to ship.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
if you want something real quick, get
Yeah.
one of the catch-up packs.
Yeah, we got a pile of past issues that will keep you entertained. For
And guys,
hours.
like don't let the so-called critics fool you. Anthology comics, parody comics, these type of comics, they're all the rage. They still are because you get for the price of when you get multiple stories, you get various art styles, various writings. I mean, that's how some people in the scene get discovered. Like last week, I did Dory Seda, and no, that's like the week before that, I did Dory Seda, and I don't know who. Do you know who Dory Seda is?
I don't.
Okay, yeah. So she was another, not a pioneer, but she was one of the very few female underground comics artists of the movement, and she got her big break submitting her stuff to Art Crumb's Raw magazine, but she submitted it under a pen name because she didn't think that she'd be accepted as a female. But she got her big break through that, and a lot of artists from the underground and alternative comics movements get their big break through these magazines. So you never know who could come through a Flip City magazine. Or if you're an artist or and you're looking for a big break, now can they contact you if they wanted to get their stuff featured in Flip City magazine?
Yeah,
Oh,
in
yes.
fact, there's we work with artists and writers in all kinds of different ways. Some people will submit the writing and art together in strip form, and if we like it, we'll just come to an agreement and publish it. We also commission artists for
Mhm.
stuff that's already been written. And how else?
Well, what you might find interesting is that we produced the first 3 issues of Flip City on our own until we got some attention, and illustrators and writers started contacting us saying they wanted to be a part of this because it was really unique, and so that's how we've brought on and found everybody.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to submit or just even open a conversation about working with us, you could just give us an email at flipcity@flipcitymag.com.
By the way, so if you get an email from a guy who calls himself Jabby or Jabbage or any variation of Jabba, block him. He's gonna send you what he calls a prequel to my character Road Warrior Drake, which is not a prequel because I didn't authorize it. It's D-word porn, and I don't want anybody to touch it because it'll hurt you. But he might try to submit it to you. He may ask you to publish it in publicity. Ban him, block him, whatever. Save the community. Don't let him divide the community.
And you could
Whatever
say
it's
no. Okay.
And this guy too, trying to put this Hurricane Heron anathema character is apocryphal character in my canon. So these are the people you have to deny and block because, and I have to show for a quick second, but I must do it. But you have these are the real authoritative books on Road Warrior Drake. This is the first book, 110 pages, and then the second book, which is currently now being fulfilled. I sent my first few books this week, so people should start getting these books now in their mailbox. Be Citizen Road Warrior Drake, 149 beautiful pages of action, fun, and adventure and comedy. So I'm looking forward to people's reactions to it. And there's the beauty of having physical books completed and ready to ship. It's awesome. It's a great feeling. I love it. I don't care what anybody says. There is no such thing as a Brokeback Mountain prequel. That is anathema. And as in the chat. Hail.
It looks good.
Thank you. So there you go. Okay, but I mention this because I have a couple people in my chat, like Colin Lamping, who has a character called Emerald Man, and I think it'd be a good avenue for them to start putting that stuff and get other people noticing their stuff. So if you guys in the chat, like Colin or anybody else, if you guys are interested in having your stuff submitted for physical publishing, maybe give Kitty and Scott a contact and go from there and see what happens. Because this is how some of the earlier artists got recognized, was through magazines like this.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of one of our side missions, and what we're kind of looking forward to in growing Flip City Magazine is to make the names that we've been publishing the new, this and the new art from and the new this and that,
The new Mort Walker,
Yeah.
Severin. Well, if nobody else is going to do it.
This is hurtful, Bancroft. Is my camera really that bad of a potato? Is it really that bad?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Damn it. See, I'm trying to be open. I'm trying to be like a trendsetter. I'm trying to break the walls of division and being like a tolerant community, but technology hates me. And I think it's because it's a smear campaign against me by the Crown. All right, Ken says it was funny the 55th time. Stop it. Seriously, stop it. So, but yeah,
so I let Chrissy handle all the tech over here.
Yes, that would be most helpful. So, to get back into the topic, well, to actually segue it, because it's a nice segue from Flip City, which is a parody comic anthology, to Pulp Comics, which is where Zippy got his start. And Zippy the Pinhead, let me just bring up this picture here. The first issue, or the first drawing of Zippy is right here. Wonderful character, and some people in the chat are like, "Oh, this is gonna end bad for you a lot, Matt. It's gonna end bad." Guys, do I have a peanut? Let me ask you. Hold on, I gotta confirm this and be honest. But first of all, is it pixelated? Is the image?
Yeah, the camera's full of Vaseline. I don't know what you were doing before this stream, but no judgment.
Let me. Wait a minute. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't.
You guys, he's making. Elasmat's asking us whether he has a peanut head or not.
I don't.
That's what we're doing here, right?
I need you to just.
No, you don't.
I see. Okay, clip it, and play it over on your intros. You heard it right there first. I don't have that thing you call a peanut head. It's a human skull. I'm a human being. Okay.
Well, we're getting a couple of freeze frames here that might beg to differ.
See, in this right
hey, at that cover, by the way.
This is why we're in danger. This is why this community is going to fail, because look what they type in the chat. They talk about D-word organs. Is that necessary? It's not necessary, Cabbage. You're better than you're not better than this. You're actually horrible, but still. I hear American Pox don't know how to get more internet. We're trying, Bancroft. We're trying to get the grants, okay? But racism, okay? What can I tell you? It just happens. Anyway, back to the conversation. So
listen, you know what's funny about this very first appearance of Zippy is because he changed a lot in time. But Bill Griffith said he was inspired by the 30s movie Freaks with the little pinheads, and it. Right here, it's like it's pretty much a straight rip of one of those characters. He's just taken it right off the top. And Zippy, of course, gets modified a lot and gets his own kind of look going. But here in the beginning, that is one of the Freaks.
Here's a picture from Freaks right there of the pinhead.
Yeah.
And Freaks was directed by Todd Browning. He was the director of Dracula, and in my personal opinion, Freaks was a better movie than Dracula.
Yeah.
So that's where it came from. And yeah, when you look at the later Pinhead, the Zippy comics, you definitely see the change. I think. Oh wait, that wasn't me. I swear to Allah, that was not me. If you say it was me, I'm citing you guys for racism. I did not break into anybody's house. I am here. So. God saw Freaks and decided to make a lot. Tim, I was gonna vouch for you. But
insulting.
See, I'm telling you, this is what I deal with. I can't have a normal conversation about comics because these people want to throw the crap at me every time.
Right. You guys.
KSS wants us to watch this on Monday. Is that what you want us to watch, kids? You want us to watch Freaks? Will that make you happy? Because I'll watch it. I've seen it already and I like it, but I'll watch it again for the Monday stream. Sure, why not? So
Cool.
yeah, so that's where you got the visual inspiration for Zippy the Pinhead, and this is the inaugural issue it right here.
And he really,
And,
Zippy's
go ahead.
head became a lot more streamlined. With a nice point on top, with a little ribbon.
Yeah, and during this time, Bill Griffith was part of the San Francisco underground movement, and that's where he did his Tales of the Toad comics and his romance parody Young Lust was done in San Fran. A lot of the underground comic artists were active in the San Francisco scene. So
I think it was Frisco. I think it was Frisco and Cleveland.
Yes,
with a lot of stuff happening.
This strip by Zippy, I think, was in July of 2013, I believe. This one right here, but you can see an example of how his appearance changed over the years. And everybody who draws their inaugural character, like, it's amazing. It's just an organic thing where, like, you draw him how he appears on day 1, and then on day 20, it's already evolved.
Yeah, as it should be. He's licking envelopes.
Do you
That's
like
probably
envelopes?
who doesn't. That's probably all he does here is he licks his envelopes.
I think somebody should mix a nicotine pouch with an envelope, and you have instant $1 billion industry right there.
That's why isn't it you? Why don't you do that?
I'm trying, man. I really am trying, but the obstacles that are in my way. I'm a fighter. I'm a cultural warrior and a civil rights leader. I'm trying. Angela Curry of the Sumo is in the chat. She goes, ooh, welcome, Angela. I see you here. And this stream, if you guys didn't know, this stream is sponsored by Flip City Volume 25.
Oh,
for $13 and free shipping, you can get this Volume 25 of Flip City. It's ready to order right now on Find My Comic. The link is pinned in the chat. It's pinned, so just click that pinned comment, and you can just go right to the Find My Comic, and you get your own copy and see what all the hype is about and see what the excitement is about.
It's beautiful and it's funny. It's beautiful and it's funny, and there's so much cynicism now in this age. People in their computer chairs saying, surely this can't really be funny like the old days because things aren't funny anymore. But the critics say otherwise. They like Flip City, most of them. Some of the critics don't like it.
Now, what have been some of the okay? So let's talk about that. What have been some of the criticisms that you've gotten over Flip City?
Oh, well, you can imagine the kind of criticisms.
We publish our criticisms, so it would be spoilers for us to let you know. You got to go and get that catch up 6-pack, and you'll be able to find our criticisms.
Yeah, but they would be along the lines of you suck. You're all this ass.
Bigot.
This ass is art, and I guess we've made bigotry. Trying to make bigotry fashionable again. Are we?
Well, that we're grifting off basement dwellers.
Grifters, yes, grifters.
We had somebody over on Facebook get really mad and do a whole rant of how she'd like to steal a Flip City magazine and film herself pissing on it with her girl dick, then lighting it on fire.
Yeah, but the joke is we already did that ourselves. We made a video with a fake critic lighting fire to Flip City and then taking a whiz on it. So we can anticipate your criticism. We know your angle, you critics out there.
I'm going to address that in a second, but first I'm going to clarify this thing by Jabbage. Jabbage, I can have an interesting comic book stream and still EFAP Jesse Milestone. Those two things can happen. It's possible. Ooh. I've done it. So, by the way, Jesse Milestone was my queen. I don't care what they say. Oh, we have a $10 super chat from Angela Curry. She says, thank you for $10, Angela. B. Ducky, last man. Please hear that beautiful peanut footage. Also, since this is the second time Freaks have been mentioned this week, can we watch it on Monday? Hail Flip City. Cheers. There. Okay, so we got a second vote for Freaks.
Hey, Angela.
Hail Angela.
Yes. So I guess we might do Freaks on Monday after all. So, and I love Freaks, so I have no problem doing it again. But yeah,
Yeah.
talk about the criticism because well, number one, when I was talking to Kitty on DM, she mentioned that her stuff got called lowbrow, and that got me thinking about Art Crumb when Art Crumb did Raw magazine. Because at the time, Art Spiegelman was doing Arcade, and Arcade was considered like the high art version of a comic magazine, and Art Crumb referred to his stuff as lowbrow, which is not a
Yeah.
bad thing. I'm not saying it's bad, but that's how that's exactly the word he used. And when Miss Kitty said it, I was like, oh wow, that that reminded me of Art Crumb.
I love lowbrow art.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to look at. Lowbrow doesn't need poor quality.
No.
Not
No,
at
not
all.
at all.
Not at all.
Well,
And I'm glad you said it because because there is a pushback on quote unquote certain styles of art, and I can go on a rant on that. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I mean, Crumb's subject material in the beginning. I mean, it was so much. I suppose you could say the subject material was lowbrow. I mean, it's thick women and black people, and remember the incest family. I mean, it just pushed the boundaries all over. It was just so outrageous.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the space has gotten a little too safe with that, with the quote unquote lack of lowbrow art. So I'm all for it, just to make people uncomfortable. Because that was the spirit of the underground comics. It was just a pushback against the censorship, and the way they did it was through like, if you want to call it extreme sex, sure. Our Crumb was on top of that, and then the Tijuana Bibles was a thing too. So, but my stuff's been accused of being lowbrow, just because it's not the art styles of the '90s, which seems to be the thing. But I'm a big fan of just seeing what you can do and how you can tell the story with your art style.
Yeah. Well, we try to mix it up. We have one of our guys, Dave McDowell, one of the first guys we got with.
Right.
And he's very, very represented over the last 20 issues.
Yeah. And you could certainly call him a lowbrow style. And he's great.
Has anybody who's worked with you on the Flip City magazines, have they branched out and done their thing and had a niche for themselves?
What's funny is almost everybody we work with, they've only ever been published in Flip City. We have a couple of guys that have self-published their own books, but no, it's more a lot of artists just looking for an outlet for, their outrageous takes on, culture and society.
I mean, very few people print their own stuff. I mean, some of them, when they have enough material together, they'll create a book and make it available on print and demand or whatever. But the print platform is rare, and it's kind of easy. If you're the illustrator, you got your hands full. It's better to find somebody to print you than if you don't have to take that on yourself. So
at least that's what we say, because we're a giant blob and want to to have everybody join the Flip City blob.
We kind of are. We're like a sponge, and we would like to just absorb the best talent out there and bring them into our pages, because it's you can get in print, and that's pretty cool. That's something.
Jabba.
Well, we pay them too.
We do pay.
I've tolerated, Jabba, a lot of comments from you, but my guests were trying to talk about their blog and the legacy that was produced from their stuff and the people they worked with, and you have to come in and type. You actually put those words together. That's what's shocking to me. You put those words together and typed it and thought it was going to elicit a reaction, but you're wrong. It's not going to elicit the kind of reaction you want. Totally wrong. I'm a fighter, and my guests are better. Jabbage. 100% better. I'm sorry he did that to you guys.
Yeah.
That was very insulting of him.
I understand you have to deal with these things.
I know. I do appreciate how much you keep your chat under, your iron fist.
Yeah.
Well, I have to.
I'm feeling very protected.
They'll hang me up
if you don't train them. Yeah.
Yeah, you do look a little brown. So.
That's right, Tim.
What do you mean by that?
Jabbage.
Well, because they're going to string them up.
Right.
So what is okay? So if somebody wants to work on Flip City with you, like they want to submit stuff. What are the requirements that they would need to meet?
Oh, be humorous,
Yes.
be current. No, please don't send in ideas for parodies for TV shows that went off the air 30 years ago, because it's just not contemporary. It may be fucking genius, but it's not contemporary, and it's got to stay. It's got to stay. You know, when you read a copy of this magazine, it's kind of like this time encapsulated, and you'll be able to go back and say, "Oh, I remember when that was going on. It was, you know, Trump, yada yada, this, and Joe Biden, blah blah." Not that there's
Yeah,
not that there's much Trump or Joe Biden. We are not a heavily political magazine. These people just make appearances when they need to.
yes, they do when they need
Yeah.
to, which is quite often. But
I think Joe has seen his last appearance in Flip City. I don't think that'll be happening anymore.
yeah,
There's no point.
He's not
yeah.
well.
Well, I mean, it's like being
Yeah.
adult. Oh, too soon? I don't know. Tell me.
No,
But
it's
yeah,
not
so
too soon.
So Bill Griffith also did work for National Lampoon. He did work for High Times. I mentioned Arcade. He
Yeah.
Arcade and Weirdo. Griffith also submitted work for those places as well, and of course the San Francisco Examiner. So, guys, artists out there, creators out there, don't sleep on these anthology comic magazines. They really are a good vehicle to get your stuff broken into and get people to see them. So, be a part of history, be a part of legacy. Now, so
Yeah.
this is a 25th issue. So you said every 3 months, or it takes 3 months to do an issue. So, judging by my math, does that mean you've been doing this for like 8 years, or maybe longer?
Well, it's about 5. It's about 5 years, because we went to 6 issues a year for a couple of years. Then we came back to the 4 a year, because that's just
We wanted fatter magazines.
yeah. gotta be bigger.
So yeah, we decided to just start publishing quarterly instead, and everybody's happy with it.
I'd say so.
That the magazine has some thud factor now, with always publishing 60 or more pages in every new edition.
Right. It'll take you a little while to get through a copy. That's
Colin
good.
is asking, is it an anthology?
No, it's a comic satire magazine.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, as far as anthologies go, I mean, we do have certain IPs that follow a storyline over a certain amount of magazines.
Well,
you
that's
know,
true.
and they'll appear. But I mean, the magazine itself, I would not call it an anthology. I call it a variety satire magazine.
There have been
No,
what
I'm
you would.
going, yeah.
There have been a few serials in them, in that you get a few pages an issue for a story that's going on over time. A couple of things like that.
That's a good way of putting it. Anthology parody. That's very accurate.
Yeah.
Very accurate. So, and yeah.
Yes,
so
is it?
Colin,
Yes, it is an adult mad magazine. It's a little spicy. It's not. It's not. It's not made for little kids. But
I wouldn't call it like necessarily NSFW, because
No.
there's not we don't publish a lot of profanity or nudity, although you may see an occasional nip slip
or an occasional
F word.
Yeah. When it's necessary.
But yeah,
Sometimes you need
but as far as being able to get and understand all of the humor, it is made for adults.
Yeah.
Mike Barron says it's made for discerning individuals.
Yes, but we know already that kids like to steal this magazine and go read it in their rooms.
And some parents
don't keep a lock on it.
Yep, some parents think it's okay. Other parents have to hide it.
Yeah. Well, it is okay.
Well,
so Henry Bemis. So regarding anthology, this is why I did my stream 2 weeks ago regarding the comic magazines, because the anthology format has always been popular, because for the price of one, you get multiple stories, multiple creators, multiple writers. So I actually want to do a video one day on that, because I feel like it's good to document that history. And even though I talked about it on the stream 2 weeks ago, and talking about Flip City, it's a nice way to keep things current. But I feel like doing a video format, you get more done and get more like receipts and more just visual aids thrown in there. Um, so I figured that'd be a good thing at some point to do. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are doing this because it goes back to the point that these anthology comics or magazines just don't go out of style. Like people still like to read those.
Hey, last Matt, Scott's going to stay here, but I need to run because I need to start my stream. And thank you, Hail to the chat. Thank you for having me on, but Scott's going to take it for the rest of this show.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, kid. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Absolutely. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the kind of magazine that used to be very much in style from that time, the late 60s until maybe so far as early into the 80s. And there were many of them, and you listed out some things like that, like Cracked and Crazy and Weird, and there were quite a few others running in that time period. But that it went out of style, and while many would say that they were like silly or goofy, stupid comic books, they were actually more. They were smarter and more intellectual than the trends in magazines that followed then, because
Right.
once you get into the mid and late 80s, these things start disappearing. And what you have in spades is Maxim and FHM and men's magazines about girls, games, and gadgets, which honestly always bored the shit out of me, those magazines. But but it was the dawn of the dude bro, and that's where the money was.
Yeah. And Henry Bemis is right. Comics literally started as anthologies back in the 30s. I mean, Batman was in an Detective Comics number 27 was an anthology with Batman. So so definitely don't sleep on those. They're every bit as important to the comics lore as a standard floppy or a full graphic novel.
Do we have a GoFundMe for N-wording?
Oh, that we do. Yes, we do.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, we do. And that goes right into this comment here about that image on the screen. That guy's head is more effed up than a lot. You know what, Manicore? You just came in here. You just came into the chat right now. I got my friend Scott here of Flip City Magazine.
I kind of had to open it invite, and Dave did come. It was chaotic. Like,
It wasn't that loud.
Oh, okay, because I hear her in the
They
background.
realized, like,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna close her door. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. As you're doing that, guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We've been having a good conversation with our friend Scott. Kitty just left, so Scott is here to discuss Flip City as well as our indie comic outlier today, Bill Griffith, the creator of Mr. Toad and Zippy the Pinhead. And we'll look at one of the later Zippy comic strips here.
All right, I'm back. Thank you for waiting.
I had a great time promoting my myself and keeping Manicore in place because he just came in and he decided to just come in with the violence. Come in with the violence. No need for that. Is my mic low? If people are saying my mic is low, I'm screaming.
Well, it sounds all right to me.
Okay, well, see, that's what matters.
Yeah, okay. We can have a conversation.
So I am Prime does. You know how writers who became prominent and had stories out there? The Bedside Esquire. That's what I said. I said,
No, that's something to Google. Google that.
Wait, hold on a second. Rising's not British. He's Australian, Jabbage. Stop it. Stop it. Behave. I'm trying to run a serious comic stream here. Where's my peanut clip? Wait,
This is serious business.
Very serious.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. I'm behind in the chat.
Jesus.
I'm going to fast forward a bit.
Right.
Okay, Henry, I'm sorry, but you know what? I took a chance, okay? I took a chance. I said, you know what? This is a good topic, and I can't help the chat with their racist ways. I can't help it. I tried. KSS is the only mod in the chat who's actually doing links. So even though I have it pinned in my chat, you can still have KSS. Throw in the link to the Film My Comic for Flip City 25. It's only $13, free shipping. You get 64 pages of content for $13. That is a good deal.
You're going to love this.
Yes, absolutely. So definitely jump on it. What's going on with the chat? Now, if you guys in the chat have any questions, any further questions about the book, about the creators, all that stuff, feel free to ask it. Wait, I
Yeah.
offer a cup of bourbon. You're an inconsiderate. Okay, bourbon ain't cheap, pal. It ain't cheap. Okay, I'm operating on. I was gonna say peanuts, but I'm gonna set myself up for that. So, but this is a silly good comic stream. Oh well, thank you, Colin. See, Colin is one of those that just likes comic stuff. He's a comic creator. So I was thinking about him when I asked about like other creators possibly getting a spot in like future Flip City magazines. He has like 20 issues of his character Emerald Man, and he offers it for free on his Global Comics link. So he's definitely a guy who I think has potential to get seen by more people and to have a bigger fan base.
Well, go ahead, show us something. Everybody, show us something, because we're not snobs here. I mean, yeah, if it's funny, if I like it, I'll put it in the magazine. I don't care.
Andrew,
As long as it's somewhat contemporary.
Andrew, I'm not ignoring you. It's just
don't send me.
The chat is just being hateful. I'm sorry, Bill. Scott. I had to address Andrew because she sent me a super chat and she's one of the regulars here, and I don't want her to feel like I'm neglecting her because everybody else is being hateful. I'm sorry, Scott. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all right. But don't send me in the stuff from 15 years ago and your whole backlog. I'd like to see what you did. The most recently, that's the most timely. Speaking to our time here, and we don't have any ego about it. If it's good, we'll put it in. It's not little. Right. It's not a little club here that where the in club tries to keep the out club out. I don't care about that. I just care about making a good magazine.
Yeah,
we're not snobs here.
No, you are the top echelon of comic creators. You expect the best and the best of the lowbrow, and I think I can get behind the best of the lowbrow.
Yeah, that's very complimentary. Thank you.
Okay, now Jabbage. So I want you, Jabbage. I'm going to issue a challenge to Jabbage. Okay, you have fingers, you have a keyboard, you obviously have a computer. So I want you to type in the chat an actual question to either my guest about Flip City 25 or to me about Bill Griffith. And let's see what kind of question you can come up with. And let's see if you really are a valuable member of this community. I believe in you, Jabbage, even though I don't, but I do. I really do. So.
Let's see what we get. Can the out club keep the in club in?
Yes. But Zippy the Pinhead, back to Bill Griffith. Just a quick rundown. So he had to start in doing these comic magazines where he started with Mr. the Toad, in some publications. And he was doing that for the East Village Other, which I profiled in my comic anthology stream, the East Village Other, and Screw Magazine, where he also submitted work. Before he branched out and did solo comics for Mr. the Toad, as well as the Young Lost comics. And then in 1971, he had Zippy the Pinhead premiere in issue 1 of Real Pulp, which only lasted 2 issues. But Real Pulp was another comic anthology magazine. And he then branched out afterwards and is now a continuing, ongoing character, ongoing story. So, and you can find them online. So, if you want to go read the Zippy comic, they're still available online. Still pretty entertaining, very weird, which is good. So,
that's 50 years of Zippy.
Yeah.
For you to catch up on if you're new.
So I had the highlights because at least Jabbage tried. He tried, but he asked you, Scott, did you trace Alamat's? And I'm reading how you type it, so I'm not saying it wrong, Jabbage. I'm reading exactly how you typed it. Did you trace Alamat's head for your main character?
My main character. Well, which one's my? Yes, I modeled that. I modeled Zippy on Alamat, and I think the likeness is very good.
I wanted to let the chat.
Thank you for noticing.
Okay, so this is exactly why Jabbage, he's proven something here. He's proven that he doesn't watch the streams with the sound on. He obviously has it muted. So Scott did not create Zippy the Pinhead. He is one of the creators of Flip City magazine. He is one of the main driving forces behind it. Bill Griffith made Zippy the Pinhead, Jabbage, and we're highlighting Bill Griffith because he was one of the picks that Kitty picked out. And you know what, this is a good pick. And it segues into me helping to promote Flip City 25, which goes back to a nice segue in the comic streams I did 2 weeks ago about the comic anthology magazines. It all connects. It's like George Lucas said, It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah, this show's about our inspiration and what things happened when we were teenagers that caused us to you know do the things we do now, the weird things we do,
I'm
and
gonna
that's
do
one of
the
them.
I'm gonna do the network censored version and just say flip you, Jabba. I'm sorry, Scott. Continue on.
Now that was my thought. You know, that's funny to see all these. When I go back and I looked at these lists when you were asking, well, what are the artists that you liked at that time? And I said, oh, well, it's interesting how all these artists like Bill Griffith and other weirdos kind of all of that kind of joined together to in our heads to spit it out 40 years later in some weird other form. All those influences in the Mad magazine and the Cracked magazine, and so much of this stuff. I loved the Fantagraphics stuff of the early '90s
Right.
and I can drop a lot of names because it kills time. So I guess I will.
Sure.
Guys like Charles Burns and Kim Deitch and J.R. Williams and Peter Baggy. I loved
Yeah, we did.
Sarah. Yeah, go ahead.
We did Peter Baggy a few months ago.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
I'm thinking about going back and redoing some of the artists, but like, yeah, Peter Baggy. He actually, I think he retweeted the post that I did when I was doing the stream. He's like, oh wow, he's active on Twitter. Look at that. So
Yeah, very good.
yes.
I loved
Okay.
I loved a comic book called Cerebus. It's actually still made back in the late '80s. I thought that
Dave
was the
Sim, right?
smartest comic book ever made.
Yeah, that was Dave Sim, right? Dave Cerebus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. He
Cerebus the
provided
artwork.
the artist, and then eventually he gave the artwork over to Gerhard, who, in my opinion, is overlooked in terms of like being one of the most masterful artists out there. Like Gerhard impresses me
Hmm.
to this day.
Yeah.
So
Dave Sim is also.
yep.
People have tried to cancel Dave Sim. I think he's, kind of one of us. One of us.
Yeah, I try not to talk too a little bit about the personal side. Like I just only acknowledge like the professional stuff because this I like his work. I like at least the first 4 volumes of Cerebus. Those what to me, and I get like some of the other stories were critically acclaimed by his fans and and comic book fans and all that stuff. But I only go as far as like Church and State because I feel like for me that's where it peaked, the Cerebus story.
Hmm. Yeah, that's about the time I was reading back in those days when he became the Pope and all that stuff. It
So
was too
yeah,
it was too smart for me at the time. It was much smarter than I was, so that made my head light up like, oh, it's
yeah, totally,
intellectual.
totally. Definitely, yeah. Well, yeah. He's definitely had his critics down the road, split his fan base even because of the direction he went. But I always say like if people talk about your stuff, you pretty much made it because that just brings more eyes to your stuff.
Hmm.
So I'm all for that, 100% for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So besides Bill Griffith, like what artists in the underground comic scene or in the alternative comic scene would you say stood out to you?
Um, Besides that list, oh well, let's see. What guys did I like? I mean, you remember the Friedman brothers? Those guys were the Drew Friedman. The hyper realistic
Right.
pointillist cartoons. Those
Hmm.
the that stuff was outstanding always. And what else did I read? Well, it wasn't always comics and stuff. Like I was, there's a there's a point that the Book of the Subgenius was my favorite for a while, and I don't know if you're familiar with that beautiful
I'm gonna look that up.
publication.
I'm gonna
The
look that
Book of
up.
the Subgenius, yeah, with well, that's where Bob and Bob Dobbs emerged from.
Nice.
It had a lot of clip art and comic art in it, but it was not a comic. It was the
Right.
Book of the Subgenius. It was more of a guidebook for how you survive the clusterfuck of postmodernism and that kind
Now
of thing.
earlier you mentioned you and Kitty mentioned about people saying that you talk about your critics and how they, I guess they talk smack about your stuff. What are your, and you don't have to get specific, but what are your thoughts on this notion about good art and this independent scene is about quote unquote good art and only certain kinds of art should be allowed to be published.
Well, what? So, what is the question exactly?
So, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that there is a merit to only certain kinds of artwork should be allowed to be published, and anything else is considered inferior or amateurish and should not be even be allowed to be published?
No, that's silly because sometimes it's obviously sometimes it's the crudest and worst drawn stuff that is the funniest. It just depends. There
Yeah, I'm
are
so
there
glad.
yeah.
Okay.
If you're being funny and stuff, I don't think there's any barrier. I mean, it's not to say there aren't that we don't have standards. It's just that there is the possibility to take a quickly scrawled out, but inspired
Right.
thing, and if the writing is funny, that it would be elevated. Yeah, much in the same way that you can create the most professional looking comic images, but your content is absolute shit. So we see plenty of that, don't
Right.
we?
So, in other words, you believe, as I do, that the artwork serves as a story.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I believe that too. I believe that and I think even Tom McFarlane said this too. Like a good script can save mediocre or bad art, but good art cannot save a bad script.
Yeah. Well, didn't you ever have somebody in school who it took them 30 seconds to draw a caricature of the teacher, and then it would just crack your shit up for a long
Yes,
time? It didn't take long. It was just off the cuff inspired, and it was cheap, and it it wasn't a good drawing. It just made you laugh.
that's it. It's entertaining. It's about if it's entertaining, it did its job.
Yeah,
Einbrich
that's
says a
it.
perfect example of this is Bill Watterson's art with Calvin and Hobbes. He proved with some of his more complex drawings that he was capable of it, but chose the more simplistic style to tell his jokes.
Yeah. Well, he was a great.
I think Bill Watterson, I might do a stream on him one day because I get more people talking about him than not. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think there definitely is a call for that. KSS says, okay, that last one was too mean. I apologize, Elasman. I didn't mean to insult your Mike of the Pores. Well, I'm glad, KSS. I'm glad you finally figured out that I'm only a product of my community. I can only use what I've been given.
Mhm.
And if what they've given me is a Mike of the Pores, I'm using it to the best of my advantage. Please be tolerant. That's all I can say. Manticore says the only thing worse than listening to Last Man Shitty Mike is looking at his you know what? F you, Manticore. My camera's off for a reason, okay? It's been off. I've kept it off to let you people listen and picture in your heads the most beautiful thing you could without looking at my head. But no, you have my head in your head, so I can't help you there. I'm sorry. That's your problem, not mine.
Seems rude.
It's very rude. Like
That
you're
comment.
here trying to help me to run a stream, right? You're giving me knowledge. You're trying to add to the content and giving us some of your wisdom. And all these people can think about is what can we do to take our spears and chuck them at the colored on the stream? It's like I'm just here to run a stream and add to the community and to the conversation. And unfortunately, you got caught in the crosshairs. See, look, they're obsessed. All I see is peanuts. They're obsessed. They want to make videos about me now, and they're going to stream about me and try to cancel me. It's unfortunate. Look at this. Look what the typing. And the worst thing is they're not even super chatting it.
Oh, yeah, that would make it worth listening to.
See, look.
No.
See now they're going to send it to the real world. See?
Wow. Wow. What a heavy
Exactly.
burden. Heavy burden
Very
you
much.
bear, my friend.
I carry the world on my shoulders just so I can make these people entertaining. And this is what they do. They take advantage of my goodwill.
Yeah. Oh, hey, here's what I liked. This was back in the 80s. I don't know if you ever read Bloom County, but I was
I
just
remember Blue County. Yes.
I was mad about that strip, and I know that guy still works, and I don't know that format has really weathered that well, and I don't know that I love it that much now. But at the time, 1987, It'd
Yes.
just crack my shit up, and I'd read
Yes.
all those books over and over.
So we have a guest in the back. I wonder what he's going to bring to the table. So I'm going to play an intro for him. I'll play this one for him because why not? It gets a chuckle out of me.
You know what they say, nobody gives a hummer like a gummer.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's wow, very rude.
That's-
I give you the best, Einbrecht. I give you the best.
I still have my real teeth, thank you very much. Good lord.
Yes, our good friend. By the way, Scott, I don't know if you know this, but I had delivered a package to Einbrecht, I think, just because I heard that Canada was going to war with the U.S. So I said, no, I'm going to do my part to avert the war and to bring peace to
Oh, yeah.
Canada.
Yeah. I know what package he's talking about. This one, this abomination right here that I was told I was never going to get. Yeah, huh?
Wait, what is that? Wait, is that what I think it is?
Yeah, that's a book I'm apparently not supposed to have because it's the Comics Gateway, brother, to never deliver anything. So I was assured that you would never deliver this product, and yet here it is sitting on my desk right now. I'm very appalled. This rank professionalism is disgusting. How dare you mail this on time?
I did not mean to. I missed the memo on that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. What can I tell you? I was just trying to do I was trying to be relevant. Einbrecht.
Yeah. Well, so look what you've done. You've now pissed off EVS and Wenger and all these other retards by delivering a product. Like, what is wrong
Wenger's my
with
good
you?
friend. Wenger broke a milestone on Friday. He made 480% of his goal in a few hours.
Man, look at that. It's even wrapped properly in bubble wrap. What is wrong with you? Look at this.
Wow.
That's a lot of bubble wrap. I didn't realize they put that much. Holy crap. $2 from Colin says, we're going to have a silly goose time, he says. And I didn't read KSS's $50 stupid chat. You ever not I'm not complaining, KSS. I'm just reporting the news. I am CNN to this space. I'm reporting the news. I'm allowed to speak. I'm a voice for the voiceless. I'm an advocate for those that need it.
Are you branching outside of Ducks now, Elasmet? Are you the Canary News Network?
Why do you have to use the D word in my Einbrecht? You know the rules. We don't use the D word here. Stop it.
We're still opening?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it
Well,
is.
Yeah,
well
sealed is a
wrapped.
Great,
It is very well wrapped and in very good shape. My camera, unfortunately, does not like the light.
Well, let me take away the overlay for a second. So if you can see this. So here we go.
There is no damage on this beauty. I'm very happy with this.
Show it clearly. Show it clearly.
It's a little close.
Yeah,
There we
those
go.
are close. There you go. There it is. Yes, that's the hardcover for Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake. Yes.
All
There's no way I
right.
wasn't getting the hardcover. I love it. It's funny too because you guys were just talking about the very reason why initially I didn't back Elasmat's books. I was like, I don't like the art style. And yes, that is the Earthworm Jim Special Edition box and the Matt C. Curie Wild Tales Special Edition box right next to it. I'm a little bit of a weirdo. I like weird collector's edition things because, especially from people that I respect.
Yeah. So the books are being fulfilled. They started this week, so I'll be sending more books out next week. So don't worry, you guys are getting your books. They're being delivered. Absolutely. So,
Oh, dude, that's my dice mug. There's dice in that, like D&D dice.
do you know how to show things on camera? Says Jabba.
Never, Jabba. No, the issue is the lighting in my room. The bulb that's being used specifically sucks. It washes out this crappy camera. It really bad, unfortunately.
KSS likes the stuff on your shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually give me 1 second to grab it. It was a gift from a friend. It's a gecko mug that I store my D&D dice in. Yes,
Those
I still have
definitely
my
aren't going to
D&D
fall
dice.
any second. Says Guy and it says Guy. His name is Guy. It says Guy in his room, but he's been banned for a while, so his name is Guy as punishment. Oh wait! You show that clearly.
Yeah, it's see the gecko
Oh,
is
wow.
the handle. It was a gift from a friend,
Uh-huh.
and as you can see, there's dice inside the cup.
Don't dox your hand. Don't dox your hand. Don't put that upon me.
That's right.
Oh wait,
Yeah, no
Prime
way.
wants to get on the stream. Wait, hold on. Okay, Prime, I'll send you the link. He wants to get on the stream, so hold on.
All right.
And just my only rule is just keep it somewhat on topic, just somewhat. Nothing that'll get me canceled because I'm already canceled because I can't be allowed to exist in this space. By the way, you just need Flip City Magazine 25.
Oh.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I should be showing the hold on.
Another
Yeah,
chiding
you
you.
should do that. I'm always happy to see more stuff.
Yeah, let me show it to you right now. It's only $13 and it's free shipping. There you go. Look, see, $13. Let me show you right here. It's a comic anthology magazine parody.
Satire. Funny mag. Funny rag. With
Well,
our
I-
Superman. We got a Superman parody in here. You want to know what happens? I'll tell you very briefly what happens. Superman loses his job at the Daily Peanut.
Superman.
Superman loses his
fantastic.
job because the evil villain Elex Luthor has cut off all the funding
Elex
that
Luthor.
that keeps the newspaper functioning. Well, that makes him very angry, and Superman gets very rebellious, and then he goes and what's the word? Vandalizes a Tesla, and it goes from there. Yeah.
Remember,
Oh, God.
you also want to know what Flip City has too, and this is pretty based. It has the Cleveland Indians Indian logo. Look at that. It's here.
Oh, God
preserved.
bless you. That's fantastic.
All the logos the corporations are now afraid of. We'll print them. We'll print your canceled logos.
I love it. I may actually have to grab this is the kind of stuff that actually got me to buy issues of Cersova, because I saw the dude that runs the Cersova magazine just shit posting all over Twitter. I was like, all right, I like this guy. I'm gonna check out his material now.
So
Yeah.
Guy says this is right up my alley. So yeah, Guy, you get on this.
It's cool.
Get on this. This is like
I really
it's not
dig the art
expensive.
too.
64 pages of material. I mean, come on, man. That is a good deal. And speaking of not good deals, I have a guest in the back. So let me play him an intro. I think I'll play him. Which one? I'll play him this one. No, that one. This one.
I'm retarded?
It's Prime.
Yeah, it's me. It's me, man. So yeah, I got my book today too last month.
Oh, you actually walked to
Nice.
the post office. Wow. Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, sorry. I'm not supposed to be happy you got the book. How dare you deliver his book as well?
Yeah, I got the book last month. Do you want to see the book? Do you want to see the book?
Yes. Let's see it. I'll enlarge your screen.
Okay. Here. Let me start video.
Oh, fuck, it's your
Hello.
face. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do that. You promised me this book,
Hey,
not the.
hey,
Oh, damn.
Hey, he's not lying. He has lost a little weight. Good for you, man.
Damn.
What
He
the
has.
fuck? What the? Yeah, look. Yeah, I lost a little bit of this. Look at that.
Yeah. Look, the turkey neck's mostly gone. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Fuck yeah, I told you. A lot. Look, Zeitgeist could say I'm a fat ass, but I'm losing it. Don't you
You are
worry.
fat. You still look like a young Rod Farva, though. Holy shit, it's uncanny.
No, it's. I got told Uncle Buck the other day. Remember?
No, dude, it does. I'm sorry, the mustache makes you look like full on Rod Farva.
Hang on. Let me replay this. Ein.
Why?
Ein. Just do something for me, okay? I'm gonna go out of camera. I want you to say shenanigans when I go out of camera.
Shenanigans.
Did someone say shenanigans?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that
Did you,
fucking movie.
did you clean the blinders beside you? They look kind of dusty.
What, this? What, these?
Yeah, though they look kind of dusty.
No, they're just eggshell.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're just eggshell.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
Kansas wants-
so-
wait, hold on. He says you still can grow a mustache though.
To save his life. Yeah.
Well, hang on. You remember the last time I was on stream and Dark Gift said I couldn't grow anything right here? Well, as you can clearly see, it's
Ah, fuck!
starting
Come
to
on,
grow
no,
in.
no. Just warn me next time, please. Freaking warn me. Damn it! You try to rape me through that, man. That's not cool.
Hey,
He's
well,
gonna-
you know.
He just wants to kiss you, Lasmat.
I know this is not right. So yeah, go. Let's make it happen so that we can talk more about. Oh, go ahead.
You know, we got to see his version with his little 144p 2007 camera. But anyway, so here we go. We got this.
You joke, but I think that's around when I bought it.
So look, we have this. It's oh look, it's a Gemini mailer. Everybody, look, it's actually a Gemini mailer.
Oh no!
Wow, it's branded. Oh, I get it. Because it's going to Canada, you had to do extra security. Look, I didn't get anything. It's just the book. No bubble wrap? Really?
Really?
No bubble wrap? I'm sorry.
No bubble wrap. No fucking bubble wrap.
For you.
And it's still somehow undamaged.
Yeah, ain't that weird? That's weird. Jessie Milestone was recently at an Eagles Super Bowl party where she was eating chili and ziti.
Ziti, gross. Wait, no, toziti, like ziti sauce or like?
No, ziti as in noodles. It's like a chili
gross.
cheese with ziti, that
Gross.
sort of thing.
No.
But yeah, Elasma, just so everybody knows, if you can go back to me. Yeah, as you can clearly see, title graphics by Xander Moore. That is me. I helped design the logo for Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake. Unpaid, of course. This was my payment. Advertisement. Thank you. All right, Elasma, you can go back to yourself.
There you go. It's called exposure. So Prime is the only white who has been treated as a poor.
I don't. Yeah, Elasma, I don't know if you should be paying him an exposure. That's
That is true. You know, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Clip that. That's going to be clippable.
So Scott, a year ago when I was funding my book, for me to get over 1,000, Prime had to show the world his third tit, and that's what got me over 1,000.
I had
whatever it takes.
Do you remember the movie The Goonies? I did the truffle shuffle. Okay.
Well, I don't remember it that well.
Okay. The fat kid who
Hey,
lifted up his
that
shirt.
you had the clip. You should play it for the man.
Oh gosh, no! I'm rehabilitating from that. Please no. KSS no bubble wrap for Prime? The hell out of that. Why don't you just spit in Prime's face, you jerk? You know what, KSS? Keep your fantasies to yourself. You don't have to put that on. By the way, that comic was sponsored by Flip City Magazine. There's a link to fund my comic. Guys, go ahead and back. It's only $13 in the US. It's free shipping.
Someone come over and do that. Represent.
Yes, absolutely. Prime was Chunk in the movie. Yeah, he was.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. So Prime, let me ask you a question. I don't know how much of this you've been watching, but
what?
Are you familiar with Bill Griffith?
No, I'm not familiar with Bill Griffith at all. Remember, I had this conversation and I kept getting confused.
I don't remember having a conversation with you about it, but I guess that answers the question. Good night, folks.
No, it's this Trip City magazine actually looks like it's right up my alley. I may have to grab this.
Yeah, it's only 64 pages. I mean, that is a.
You will like it.
I miss the old days of I used to read Mad Magazine at my local corner store. I would actually walk 20 minutes down the corner store and read Mad Magazine on the shelf and buy some candy and chips and then leave. And it just I always liked the weird spy. What's it called? Spy versus Spy with the white spy and the black spy. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spy versus Spy. Yes.
I think. Yeah. Okay. So it was called. It's been a long time. I barely remember names.
So
yeah.
I was in chat listening, and I just have a question here because you said about advertisements. Are you guys taking advertisements for people's YouTube channels to let grow them for say Elasma, if he wanted to out brand his stuff, could he do an advertisement that way?
Or are you talking to us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Whatever you want to advertise in your space within reason.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that there's just a lot of people who get shadow banned because YouTube's a dick. But it's
Prime. Let me cut you off at the pass. You cannot showcase your only horses in there.
Okay,
Oh,
Les.
gosh.
Elasma, he went too
He's gonna
far.
get me struck. He's
He
gonna get me
went too
struck.
far,
Damn it,
bud.
Prime.
He went too far.
What?
He went too far, man. He's got to go. Kick him. He's got to go.
You know, I'm sorry, but you did go too far on that one.
God.
On my
no.
stream of all streams too. Yeah, on my stream of all streams.
Wow.
That's nice.
Wow. You gotta bring up something like that, man. It's like if I wanted to advertise only horses, I wouldn't do it with him. I would do it with a certain koala man. Let's just put it that way.
That's true.
Well, okay. Speaking of which, KS says, "Can we advertise the fact that Elasma is a jerk?" You know what, KS says, that's all you've been doing all night is advertise. Why don't you advertise the fact that Flip City Volume 25 is out on From My Comic, 64 pages of meat, nice art, nice storytelling, fun, entertainment, and you can get it not immediately, but you'll get it within a few weeks of backing it because it'll go to the shop in a few weeks, and it's going to be delivered to you in the U.S. free of shipping. I have to emphasize the U.S. part. Yes. So why don't you advertise that, Ken?
However, if it's worth $40 to you to tell the world what you think of Alice Matt, then sure.
Oh, advertisements.
Okay.
Only $40. That's a good price.
Okay, hold on. Time out, Scott.
That's the small size, you know.
I opened my heart to you. I have my arms ready to embrace you as a brother in this thing. I gave you my contract.
I can't turn down money.
I opened up a new world to you of potential people, even though they're haters and want to throw spears at you. I still opened them up to you to give you a sense of exposure that was sight unseen.
Exposure again? God.
You turn around, you pick up a spear that was chucked at me, and you chuck it back at me.
Wow, last night's just a regular exhibition.
For money.
Okay, Elasma, at least he didn't throw the spear at your house. I mean, at least he didn't do that.
That is true. I guess I should be thankful for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, KSSS, the really good part too is you could always make peanut head jokes.
You know, if people really hate me and you want to throw money at me to show how much you hate me, why don't you just throw money at Flip City 25 and back it for $13? It's a good price for 64 pages.
Maybe I will.
Why don't you do that then? Prove it. Why don't you own the libs by backing this magazine now? That's how you can win. Win against me by owning the libs by backing this magazine.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Own everyone you hate.
That's it. There you go. See, and everybody except me wins, and you'll be happy that you in the chat.
Yeah. Maybe I'll buy an ad for Hurricane Heron. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I didn't address this comment. I didn't call anyone a spear chuck. All I said was you people with your spears are chucking them at me. I'm only describing an action. I didn't put any labels on anybody. I'm only describing what has been done to me. I'm reporting on the events as I advocate for the voiceless.
Very good.
A likely story, Elasma.
It is likely because it happened. It absolutely happened. Look, I think I'm cool. I don't care what you people say. I think I'm cool.
You're cool, dude. Now
I tried.
You had us on the show. That's cool.
Linkovich says, at least the last man waited until the female loved to bring on his quote-unquote special guests. Well, I don't deserve their own spotlight.
Yeah, you always let the ladies out of the room before you let the Drek on. That's just the way it is.
I mean, that's how it normally works. So, there you go. Well, it's 9:24. I think I'm running out of steam because I did start early. Just so I can get my intros in and try to get as much out of my guests as possible, even though I feel like much of me was taken out. Actually, no, hold on a second. No, hold on 1 second. We're going to do this. I'm not going to end the stream until one of you in the chat takes a chance and grabs a copy of Flip City 25. I ain't going to end the stream until one of you takes that step and says, I'm on Team Flip City, and I'm going to grab a copy of that and be a part of Legacy. Okay, it says, Elasma and I are working on a comic about a diversity hire 00 agent. It's called Spider-Man. Oh, damn it, Cass says you actually typed that too. You actually typed that. Oh, look, it's man. Who yawned? Who yawned? Wait, what is that?
Brian, how dare you yawn?
Yeah, that was me.
Look, everybody.
No.
No, you don't have to take the bullet for him on this one. He's always doing things like this, disrupting streams. What did Testy tell you, Prime?
This is lowbrow.
That is
very nice.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Potato Head, except it's peanut.
Yes.
Manicore, that's a lie. That's a lie, Manicore. Stop it.
Can I print
I'll
that?
have you banned.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. See, even Minicore immediately identified it.
Yeah, go ahead. Do what you want with it. See,
that
look,
was-
Last Matt.
That's my next cover.
Character. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's awful. See, yeah, you know what? To attest to Manicore's earlier comment, there was a pattern. People come in and they want to throw their spears at me and end me. It's a pattern, and unfortunately, it's part of the space.
Oh,
I see it now.
don't be starting
No.
that. Don't be
I
starting
know.
that.
There's nothing. No, Prime. There's nothing to start. There's absolutely nothing to start. It's happened already. I'm reporting on the fact. What?
Did you do the same thing today as a certain koala individual and think that because you couldn't access your Twitter that someone had hacked your account?
But unfortunately, I have enough wisdom to know that happens often on X. So
Yeah.
They really. I did see that tweet. It's like, oh wait, he actually said that this was an attack on him. Like really?
Yes. Not a Fed reposted it.
Because I was gonna say that wow, CBR has really advanced his operations because the whole entire globe is his victim now.
MS Paint hack, man. MS Paint hack. He got
Right.
access to Twitter control now, from what I heard.
Okay, Manticore, I'm not crying. All I'm doing is reporting on the facts. I'm just telling you what is going on. I'm keeping the community informed because, again, I'm a voice of the voiceless. So it's good to just let people know what's going on. Okay? And no, that is not. How do you say that's me? I actually have hair on my face. Stop it.
How dare they?
Do you?
I'm sorry to Scott. I'm sorry they're doing this to you. I expected better from them when you came on. But
Yeah.
they don't change. They don't want to change.
No.
What
You guys are making smart math.
Change is
Stop it.
hard.
Wait. You expect us to change? Really?
I expect you to be kind and professional.
Kind.
Yes.
You're in a Discord of assholes, and you want us to be kind.
I want you to be kind.
Is that
Kind
like
and
is that,
professional.
This sounds like a shtick.
is that an anagram for something?
He wants you to be a dink?
Oh.
That sounds about right.
Hmm.
But like a corkscrew, like a corkscrew penis, like a duck elasmat? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh God.
He had to go there. Oh, as soon as he says this, Bandicoot types this. It's like I don't win. I just don't win.
Wait, hang on. Bring up that comment again.
This one here.
Yeah, because people want to know, Elasma. Did the duck have the circumcision with the corkscrew?
Are you talking about my character? Because my character's not a D word. He's a B citizen. I made that clear multiple times.
Are you sure? Are you
I'm
positive?
I created the character. I'm telling you.
Are you? You have Drake in his fucking name.
And
what is Drake reference to? What?
Okay.
Like species?
Have you ever heard of the character, the actor Michael J. Fox?
Oh my God! Now we're going to associate an actual last name.
I asked you a question. Have you ever heard? Have you? Yes or no? Have you ever heard of the actor Michael J. Fox? Yes or no?
I have heard of the Parkinson's disease
His last
riddled
name is
man
what?
by the name
What
of
is his
Michael J.
last name?
Fox. Yeah.
What is his last name?
Fox.
Is he a fox? Is he an actual fox?
No.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
no,
you. So now you prove my point. So now your analogy fails.
No.
Thank you. I win. I advanced.
No.
The,
Hold up,
Hang
Elasmat.
on.
We don't actually have any evidence that he's not a fox in a human, like, Gundam.
Wait a second. You're right. I forgot. Maybe he's a furrykin. Maybe he wheels around in a fursuit.
That's right. We have no evidence that he is not a fox in a grown-ass human android body.
Even Mango says there's Fox Mulder. See, exactly, Mango. For once, Mango's actually be on point. For once.
Oh my God! You're really making this argument when your character literally has a duck bill on it?
Okay, so platypus is a duck.
No,
Kinda, yeah.
platypus is
Okay,
actually
there you go.
carry disease, man. They carry disease, and they don't even have a stomach.
Wait, they don't have stomachs?
No. Like,
That's fucking weird.
dude, a platypus in the genetic community, they're saying it's like God's first hybrid of hodgepodging different species together. because it's like a beaver duck, and then it doesn't have a stomach, and then it's also got disease. You know, like how armadillos can carry that one specific disease in them. I forget what it's called, but yeah, platypuses carry the other one now. It's bad, man.
I have no clue how this deviated to that.
You're talking about a platypus.
No, you mislabeled my character's species.
So hang on.
You should have known when you brought up dinosaurs that the dinosaur nerd in the room would be like,
hang on.
actually.
Hang on. Are you trying to say that your character is actually like misnamed, or is it supposed to be Road Warrior Platypus?
No, his name is Drake because that's his name. That's his government name.
So it's his government name. It's his government, but your character species is a platypus hybrid. Okay, got you.
He's not a platypus hybrid. He's a beast citizen.
But you just told me he's got a platypus beak. You implied.
I didn't say. I said platypuses have beaks. Therefore, does that mean they're ducks? They're clearly not ducks. You know this how the science works. It's in the paper.
Then what is he? Then what is he?
He's a beast citizen.
Well, I mean, Prime, I think we can all agree that we're happy that Drake is not a butthole surfer.
Well, he clearly doesn't want to do anything with the woman in the book. I've read that for twice.
Because he's not into bestiality. Bestiality is degenerate.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So hang on. How does he procreate then?
He doesn't. Wait. Okay, your mind is sick. It's sick. I can't tell stories like you thinking the other things.
What? We can't expect Road Warrior Drake Jr. in the future, like Godzilla.
Why do you
Godzilla had a son.
What's wrong with you?
Godzilla had a son. Road Warrior Drake can't.
Did Godzilla procreate, or did Ed just happen out of nowhere?
Well, that depends if you're going to the '97 Godzilla where it's asexual.
That's not even Godzilla. That's Gino. That's canon now. Is Gino?
No. It was originally Godzilla.
They named it Gino.
Okay. Originally, it was labeled Godzilla by Toho, and then Toho was pissed off at it, so then they changed the name to Zilla and got rid of the God in front of it, and then now they've then gave it a new name because they don't even like it having Zilla now.
Oh God! So it's Italian suddenly. It went from being like a shitty Godzilla T-Rex ripoff thing to, hey, what's the matter with you?
And the funny part about it is, it's created by the French.
Holy shit! Wild.
I'm sorry if I'm derailing your stream, but at least I'm keeping you.
That's right.
Are you done now? Are you done now? Are you done now, Prime? Are you done?
No. Hang on. Let me get some tissues.
See, his mic on the porch is cut off, so that means something bad's coming. I know.
I'm getting tissues?
See, he's getting something. He won't say what it is because it keeps cutting off, so you know it's coming is awful. Oh, man. Oh, what?
I'm getting tissues.
Where's your neck? No, where's your chin? His chin is gone. Look.
How dare you imply he has either a neck or a chin? What is wrong with you?
Well, at least it isn't a neck beard.
True.
But yeah, seriously, is it an animal that is classified as a beast? I want to know, last man.
I just told you. I told you what it classified as.
No, you classified as beast citizen. Beast it's not a species. It's just a classification that it's in.
Okay, you may not think it's a species, but it is a species because I verified it.
Oh my God. Am I going to have to get all my nerds over here? Oh, I have a Mexican face. Sí, aquí mucho gusto. Taking people to crown.
Okay, I think it's time to end the stream now. So, with that being said, any last words?
Yeah.
Penis.
I'm sorry you said that to Scott. I swear on Allah that my streams are more professional than that. I swear on Allah.
That's the second penis in 10 minutes.
Oh God. Oh.
What is this? What's it coming to?
I don't know. See, I'm trying to save the community topic.
Well, statistically speaking, it is prime, probably horse porn. And with that amount.
Oh no.
And with that, my channel's been struck. So, guys, my channel will be gone in a few minutes. So take all the screenshots you want because the evidence will be gone from the at the world, and you're gonna need some kind of proof that I used to exist. Any last words?
Yeah. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed this show. Come on over and sponsor us. And $13. Get your Flip City 25. Be cool. You'll laugh. I swear to God, you'll laugh. It's like a guarantee. It's not a money back guarantee, but it's only $13 if I'm wrong.
$13 free shipping in the U.S. I mean, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
64 pages.
What do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
What do you
guys
want
from us,
man?
Yeah, what do you want? Like seriously, like what do you? We give, and you take. Like what do you want?
Yeah.
I am not evil, man. I'm lovely. Yes. Back Flip City, and you could defeat. You could own the lib and defeat me. That's
you will
what we do.
defeat by Flip City. You will defeat the New World Order.
There you go.
And the communists. You want to beat communism? You got to laugh at them. That's how it works. Yeah, own them through laughing. Mock the hell out of them. Yeah, so do that.
I want to thank you, Scott, for coming on. Thank Kitty for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
It was fun. And thank Island Prime for coming in and derailing it with their
yeah.
Thank you for the third nipple. So at least there's that.
Yeah, and
yep,
all right. Good luck with your book, and I hope you get good reviews.
Oh, I believe it or not, and I'm not doing this to show my ego because I am humble, believe it or not, but I'm actually expecting good reviews. So because my first book, I say my first book was probably average rating 6 out of 10, which is pretty good considering the flack I was getting before as I was making it.
Yeah.
So with this book, with the evolved artwork and the writing, I expect better reviews. So I put my heart into it, and I think you guys will be entertained by it. So on that note, hail to the chat, especially those that were very hurtful to me. But yeah, there is a link to Flip City Magazine. Go ahead and back it. And I will now leave you with everyone's favorite intro. Here we go, and have a great rest of your Thursday.